president dumps old flagship company, will senior return to helm. How did we miss this, people? Where the hell were we? Now, I want somebody on this right now. I want an interview with Alan Michael Spaulding. I want an interview with Alan Spaulding himself. Now, let's get on it.
Nick, you're the obvious choice.
Sorry, I don't do Spaulding.
My choice is Tangi. Do you think you can handle it?
That's ridiculous. She's brand new, and she's personally involved with Alan Michael.
Well, I think you have your information wrong. I'd like a shot at it.
Any objections?
None. It might behoove you to remember that Alan Michael is one of the owners of this paper.
If it's newsworthy, I don't care if Alan Michael Spaulding is the Wizard of Oz. We got a deadline. How soon can you be in Spaulding?
I'm on my way.
Good. The rest of you, I want you on the phones. Find out what's going on. It's out there. Dig it up. Back here in 10 minutes, tops. I say you can use my phone. Okay, look. I don't know how involved you may or may not be with any of the Spauldings, but I want you to be careful. Don't take any of them for granted.
It's not what I'm worried about.
Really, what then?
Roger, he tracked me down. He's been asking me a lot of questions. He's pretty much obsessed with finding out who this other man is in Holly's life. I haven't said anything to him, but...
Okay, look. Thank you. I owe you an apology. That's very considerate of you, considering I haven't been all that nice to you all the time. But I'm not scared of Roger. And whatever it was that happened with Holly and me, it's over. End of story. Now go out there and earn your byline. Get going.
So you haven't heard from your father, then?
No, things have been kind of a wreck around here. What happened? I got your message on the machine last night. I thought you two were back together again.
We are. There's just a minor point that keeps getting in our way.
Minor? He didn't come home last night. What's so minor about that?
Listen, just let me know if you hear from him, all right?
Okay, but, Mom?
Tracking this story down? Can we get on with this meeting now?
Please.
Okay. Time's up! Put the phones down and get in here. Come on, hurry up. Pick them up, lay them down. You better have notes for me. Oh, hi, Mindy. Excuse me.
I want to talk to Nick. Right now.
I will not let this get to me. I will be calm. I will not scream. This is Ross's daughter. I'm not gonna kill her. Yet. Marlin Motel. Oh, no. That was a joke. Who is this? Oh, yes, he is. Hold on one moment. Ross, get down here. The phone.
I am a little busy. Could you take a message?
No, Ross, you gotta take this message. It's really, really important. He'll be right with you.
Honey, I'm right in... Ooh, Donna's been here. Who is it?
Television commercial.
Hello. Yes? Yes, that was me on TV. Oh, you do? Well, listen, why don't you stop over to my office in about an hour? The address is... Oh, you copied the address right off the television. Okay. Well, then I guess we're all set. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.
Oh, honey, I told you people were watching that commercial. You were going to be the hottest attorney in Springfield.
You are brilliant.
I hope we won the lottery.
Oh, better than that, honey. You remember the commercial that you saw at Vanessa's last night? The one that this woman made me make? It's paying dividends already.
Isn't that wonderful, Dinah?
Great.
The downside is, though, I'm going to have to miss this delicious breakfast that you made, though.
Oh, no, you have to leave now?
Hey, I'm afraid so. I got to go get dressed and get over there in about an hour. But the good thing is, this will be a perfect time for you and Blake to get better acquainted, all right? Got something on your face?
Well, how is Paris?
Can we be honest with one another? I'm not really a morning person. I never communicate with anyone until I've had at least 3 cups of coffee and a long hot shower. You don't mind, do you?
No, of course not. Well, I guess I'll just stay here and try to find a way out of this mess.
All right, now I want to have somebody get a line on what's happening at town hall. Now, I don't mean on the telephone, I mean in person. I want to find out what's going on between the mayor and the new executive council. Is Madam Publisher with us here?
Yes.
Are you all right?
Yes, where were we?
Economic recovery.
While we're on the subject of recovery, the biggest news of the day is that Vanessa Lewis's illegitimate daughter by Ross Marlar has come back to Springfield. She just turned up out of nowhere. Well, Paris, actually. And she's staying with Ross Marlar instead of her mother.
Thank you, Tiffany, for that stunning insight.
Now, wait, here's the best part. I mean, she was spotted in the wee hours of her first morning here at the country club bar, whining and dining with none other than Roger Thorpe. But I'm sure you knew that. What? Well, I'd like to follow up ASAP.
Yes, please do. We'll hold the presses until you find out whether they had an appetizer or not.
Go, get on it right away.
Then you don't mind my going after the Roger Thorpe angle?
No, not at all. Just call me as soon as you confirm it.
I most certainly will.
I thought the two of you were happily back together.
We are. Could we finish the meeting?
Sure. Okay. Where's Nick? Nick, meeting's not over. I gotta take a walk. Meeting over? Yeah, meeting's over.
Miss Bonnie, have you seen Roger today? No, it's nothing really. We just keep missing each other one of those days. Listen, when he comes in or if he calls, would you let me know right away? I'm at my office. Thanks. I thought the meeting was over.
Except for one thing. What the hell is going on between you and Roger Thorpe?
I don't know. Oh, Fletcher, he's disappeared. I don't know where he is.
Oh, that's a great foundation for a marriage. Not that I give a damn anymore.
Well, maybe you should.
Where's my little Dinah?
Oh, it's her shower hour. She'll be out in about 40 minutes. And I suspect a pot of coffee, strong and black.
Always the detective. Just naturally tracking her every move, eh?
That girl leaves quite a trail. Here, you better go.
Yeah.
Can't keep a new client waiting.
No. Oh, you going to the office today?
Oh, no, with Frank and Grace, it's pretty slow. If David needs me, he'll call me.
I don't want you to feel that you have to stay home just because Dinah's here.
Honey, don't worry. I wouldn't dream of leaving her here alone. Go. Okay?
Yeah. Bye, honey.
Bye. She's smoking in here. What next? Ross, did you leave your keys?
Tiffany Astor, new society editor, the Springfield Journal. Is Miss Marlar in?
Oh, I'm Mrs. Marlar.
No. I mean Dinah Marlar, your husband's daughter. I want to drop an item in my column, just a little who's who, who's new. But from what I've heard, Dinah's already made quite an entrance.
Oh, well, she's in the shower. It could be quite a while.
So tell me, what was going on last night at the country club? I understand that Dinah was there at 4 a.m. with your father.
That's impossible. They've never even met, and Dinah was here asleep by then.
Well, I've confirmed it with the maitre d'.
My father? With Dinah. At 4 a.m.? Dinah? Dinah, could you get down here? Dinah?
Qu'est-ce que c'est?
Tiffany Astor, society editor. Dinah, I know it's early, but you and I need to chat.
Oh, you bet we do. We have lots to talk about.
I just couldn't sleep last night. It must have been the jet lag. So I thought, why not check out the nightlife? This sweet cab driver recommended the country club. I met a very charming gentleman, and we had a late bite.
This charming gentleman, he didn't happen to mention he was my father, did he?
Oh, you're kidding. Is there some sort of problem?
No. It's just... Well, Dinah, it's just not really a smart move to go out in the middle of the night and not tell anyone.
Oh, isn't that sweet? My stepmama is worried about me. She forgets that I've been on my own all over Europe for over 5 years. Besides, if you think about it, I was safe in the hands of my step-grandfather. What was his name again?
Roger Thorpe.
Fascinating man.
That he is, and what an interesting past.
Really? Mm-hmm. Well, maybe we do have a lot to talk about. He reminds me of this certain English earl that I once knew rather well.
Really? Who?
Oh, I can't say.
Oh.
You know, married and all that.
Oh.
You don't get it, do you? I am turning myself inside out to try and protect you, and you don't give a damn.
Protect me? Gee, thanks, but I'll take a pass. And no, I don't give a damn because I don't buy it. The only thing you've been trying to protect lately is your pitiful relationship with Roger.
Fletcher, he knows. He knows I was with somebody, and he is not going to rest until he finds out. You know, he went to see Tangi.
She told me.
And did she tell you that if this keeps up, she's going to tell him the truth?
Good. Maybe somebody should. Maybe we should stop tiptoeing around and get this whole damn thing out in the open.
Dinah, we should get together for lunch and call me just to chat.
Absolutely.
Oh, she's so fun. I just love her.
Just one surprise after another.
Love you too, Dinah.
So long, all abusing. So, Dinah, I'm curious. How come you didn't tell us you were going out last night?
What's to tell?
Well, my father, he didn't happen to mention any plans he had today, did he?
Are you kidding? He didn't even tell me his name. Why? What's his story?
No story, Dinah. Just someone's trying to get a hold of him, that's all.
Well, he was totally bummed out about somebody.
What did he say?
It's 12 o'clock already? I've wasted half the day here.
Gee, I was hoping we could talk over lunch or something.
Oh, sorry, booked. Can I use your car? These cabs are getting expensive.
Oh, you know, I'm not really sure about that. Could you just hold on 1 minute? Thanks a lot. Dinah?
Hi, honey. It's just me. How's everything going with Dinah?
Oh, that little girl in here. She's really something.
What's the number at Roger's office again? I think we should leave him a message.
Fletcher, are you out of your mind? This is not a game.
Well, it's something, and whatever the hell it is, it's making me sick.
Why are you doing it?
You want to know why I'm doing it? Because I'm up to here with Roger Thorpe. You know the last thing he said to me the last time we had a talk? He asked me, he says, do you know who Holly's seeing? Not because he thought for 1 second it could be me, no. Because I'm only a decoy. I'm only the guy who's covering for you while you're off someplace having this wild, crazy love affair with some blonde hunk or something. No, because his ego is so inflated that he doesn't believe you could possibly leave almighty him for nice, little, old, ordinary me. I think we ought to clue him in.
You really don't get it, do you? If he finds out it is you, you could be in great danger. I'm serious about this. I am concerned for you.
Oh, I'm touched. I'm very, very touched. Deeply touched. But what the hell do you think Roger's going to try to do to me? Do you think he's going to get me outside at dawn for a duel? Do you think he's going to come in here with a shotgun? Do you think he's going to maybe blow me and my car up in the garage downstairs? I can handle anything Roger Thorpe tries to throw at me. The question is, is this the kind of man you want to marry and spend the rest of your life with? The kind of man that you think can commit this kind of violence? A man you are scared of? Think about it, please. Now, I have a meeting to go to, but I'm going to see you tonight at the Media Awards, and all of us are going to be there.
Ross, good. Come in. Thanks for coming over. I know you're a busy man. I just thought we should talk. Come on, please.
Want to talk? Well, here I am.
Good. I wanted to be able to tell you face to face how much it meant to me that you and Blake came to the party last night.
No problem. I was happy to go.
Good. It makes me feel as though we're working towards healing that rift between us.
A rift? I would say Grand Canyon describes it a little better, but as you say, that's in the past. And secondly, you wanted to talk about...
Oh, let me take your coat. Are you hungry? Would you like anything?
Vanessa, you're stolen. Just tell me why you asked me over.
Well, there is something important that we need to talk about. Our daughter. Come on, turn, you I don't believe this. I don't believe this stupid piece of junk. Turn. Where's the? How do you? Are you people nuts in this country? Don't you know how to make cars? You have to.
Nice car. Trying to steal it?
Well, I tell you one thing. Our daughter has grown into a...
Peter.
Yeah. She's grown into a beautiful young woman.
Yes, she has, hasn't she?
In spite of all that French makeup that she wears.
Well, I'm just thrilled that she's here.
I am, too.
Yeah. And I feel that you and I should do everything in our power to make sure that her visit is just a wonderful one.
Oh, yes, I agree.
Good. Then you agree that she should split her time between you and me.
I beg your pardon?
Well, that she should spend a few days with you and your family, and then a few days with me and my family, and that way everybody has equal time, everybody's happy, and after all, she's always sort of, my house is her home.
Have you talked to Dinah about this?
No.
Well,
not
perhaps
yet.
you should, because Dinah may have other plans.
Well, I'm sure she wants to spend time with me. She did come here last night.
Did she talk to you this morning?
No. I'm sure she's sleeping in, poor thing, all that jet lag. She'll call me the minute she wakes up.
Oh, no. Dinah's been up for hours. Yeah, that young lady, she doesn't seem to need much sleep.
Huh. Probably all those French cigarettes.
Yeah, they can do that.
I wish she'd stop smoking those things.
Me too, Vanessa. Why don't we just say what's on our minds?
I have. I said I would like Dinah to spend some time with me.
You mean you're desperate to have her spend some time with you? That's all right. Admit it. There's nothing wrong with it. And there's certainly nothing wrong with admitting that you're afraid.
Afraid?
Vanessa, you're scared to death.
I would think a girl like you would know how to hotwire a car.
Oh, shut up. I did not steal this car. My stepmother loaned it to me.
Your stepmother?
Yeah. Blake, my father's very young wife.
Huh. Does she know she loaned it?
Very funny.
You know, I'm curious. If you're here now, you had to drive the car here. And if you drove the car, that means you had to start it. So why can't you start it now?
I don't know. It started when I was in front of my father's house.
What are you doing down in this neighborhood? You know the area?
You're pretty nosy, aren't you? I had a friend who used to live here. I heard about the fire. I wanted to see the damage. Why? What are you suggesting?
Nothing.
So anyway, I get out, I look around. When I go to start it again, it's frozen.
Drive much in Europe?
Not pieces of junk like this.
Well, you're probably just not used to driving modern cars like this with anti-theft wheel locks.
What?
You see this? It's a wheel lock.
Yeah.
Okay? So when you put the key in, you have to move the steering wheel at the same time and then start it. Simple. Your turn.
Majored in shop, did you? Okay, Mr. Blue Jeans Make Me Cool. Why don't you run through all that again?
Excuse me?
Well, let's hear all that again.
Okay, Miss Smoking makes me feel grown up. You know what I think? I think you're just a cheap imitation of one of those Euro brats with too much makeup.
Why on earth would I be at all afraid of anything having to do with my daughter?
You're worried that she might be rebelling against you.
Don't be ridiculous.
Okay. Then has it crossed your mind that your daughter may simply not be ready to see you?
No, she came straight here from the airport.
But she didn't stay. Isn't that why you're so damn determined to make these arrangements?
No. I want to make these arrangements because I have a complicated life. I have other children, and I have a job, and I just wanted to get a little organized.
Okay, fair enough.
Yes, and I'm sure that Dinah probably has a million things that she wants to do, and she'd probably appreciate a little structure. I'm sure she'll be calling me about it any minute.
Oh, yes, of course she'll call.
She's all right.
Well, yes and no. She does have a little...
What?
Well, sad. But also kind of sweet when she came into my room this morning and she put her head on my shoulder and she just sort of teared up. Seems she has an un cœur case.
Un cœur cassé. That means broken heart.
Yeah, broken heart. I believe that was one of the reasons she came back home. She needed somebody to talk to.
Oh, well, I wish she'd talk to me. I mean, I'm her mother. I could help her with this sort of thing. I think I better call her.
Vanessa, no.
What?
I think she feels much better now that she's confided in me.
Aha! What is that supposed to mean?
It means if she wants help from you, she'll ask.
Oh, my, aren't we smug?
Oh, no, Vanessa.
Oh,
no, you don't have to calm down, okay?
No, what's good for the goose is good for the gander. Why don't you try a little dose of... I most certainly do. Why don't you just go ahead and admit that you're absolutely reveling in all of this?
All of what?
The fact that Dinah comes to town and spends her first night with you and goes to you for comfort, puts her head on your shoulder, and has you try and mend her broken heart.
Oh, no. Wait a minute. You invited me over here, and then you asked me about Dinah. I did not come in here crowing about it.
Well, of course not. You're perfect.
It is not my fault that Dinah chose to stay with me. But I know that you can't stand that. Because you don't want me anywhere near the girl. From the moment she was born, you have tried to wipe out all traces of me as her father. But I'm telling you something, Vanessa. I am her father, proud of it, and I'm going to do everything I can to be a good father to that girl.
I want you to be a good father to
The simple fact is, Dinah came to me. And I am not going to give up my one chance to have her love so I can play the long-suffering Ross to your Vanessa guilt. Now, if you've got a problem with that, let's hear about it.
You are so wrong. Of course I want you to be a good father to Dinah. What do you think I am? I hope you develop a very close relationship with her, and that's probably what she'll want. And I want what's best for her.
That is just so much bull. That's not even remotely what you want. What you want is Dinah. All to yourself. In fact, I think you have been systematically cutting me out of her life since day one. For instance, do you remember the night of her 18th birthday?
No.
I had planned a big surprise party with your approval, as I remember, but you took her out to the ballet and then out to dinner, kept her out all night, and you never did bring her around.
Oh, my. I must have forgotten.
Must have. You've always forgotten me when it comes to Dinah. Always. So forgive me if I don't have much sympathy for you right now. Dinah's now old enough to make her own choices, and if for once she's chosen me, then thank heaven. Because I've waited all my life to spend a little time with my daughter, and I will be damned if I'm going to talk her out of it.
What's wrong, Mel? No one ever called you a phony before?
No one who counted. Actually, a croupier in Monte Carlo once accused me of playing with loaded dice, but he was right.
I suppose nothing ever became of that. Or do you have a record?
If you only knew how little I care what you think about me. I've seen so many guys like you, wannabe studs, cruising through life convinced the world owes them a living because they look good in tight jeans. Or in your case, they think they do.
You've seen it all, huh?
Yeah, enough to know what guys like you are good for. And Mumsy knows, too. You can bet the farm on that.
Why don't you leave your mother out of this?
Well, why else do you think she'd keep you around? She is keeping you, isn't she?
My relationship with your mother's none of your damn business.
Oh, I can't talk about Mommy and her lover boy? Bummer. That taxes the conversation skills to no end. Oh, dear. This really does make it awkward between us, doesn't it?
I don't think so. After all, you're blowing this burg as soon as you can, if I remember correctly. And I believe I do. I, on the other hand, will be here with your mother for a very long time.
So just leave a message and we'll call you back.
Vanessa, it's Ross. Look, I'm sorry about how everything blew up today over at your house. I was a little over the top, I'm afraid. I certainly didn't mean to hurt you. I mean, what's really important is Dinah. I just want what's best for her, as you do, you know. There's just no reason, Vanessa, that we both can't love her and let her know that. Look, I have no doubt that she's gonna call you today. She's still a little jet lagged, but she may not realize it. Anyway, don't worry. And again, I'm sorry, Vanessa. So that's it. No need to call me back unless you want to. Bye-bye.
So nice of him. I was really awful with him. I just went crazy. 'Cause most of what he said was true. I guess what I really want is for Dinah to forgive me. For having given her up when she was a baby. Yes, I just really want her to love me.
I'm sorry this is hurting you so much.
How could I have done it? How could I have made those mistakes that I made with her?
Well, don't get your hopes up.
What do you mean?
Well, I just mean that, Dinah just sort of blew into town without a warning, and she might decide to leave the same way.
She wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do something like that.